Hey everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Forging a Nation here in Iceland. We've played, about 9 games in the league now. We're actually doing really well. We're currently sat in second, which is actually a promotion spot. We've got 2 games today. One of them is against third place. We played our little mini cup tournament thing, the group stage. We got knocked out, as you'd expect, but we certainly, I would say, gave a good account of ourselves. We've had a lot of free signings, and we're also running a tactic which we just didn't think we'd be running at this stage of the save. Let's get going. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode. This is, stupidly enough, actually my second attempt at recording this episode. So I've recorded one, went to edit it, and realised that like an absolute numpty, I hadn't adjusted the volume on the music that you can hear in the background, so it completely drowned my voice out. So second time of asking. Let's see if we can get it done better this time. If you are enjoying this so far, I know it's only the second episode, please do drop a like down below. And if you're new to the channel and you want to see how we get on, why not drop a subscription? Also, if you are doing a similar Build a Nation save, comment down below who you're managing, and also there you'll find the link for Jake Cooper's Discord server. Jake Cooper, who does all the stuff for FM Scout. I'm in his Discord, and there's a group of us there all doing Build a Nation. So yeah, why don't you come along and share the discussion? And I think to start with, because it will form a lot of what we're going to touch on soon, best place to start is transfers. So a few of these guys we're already joining. We'd already touched on them. So Martinson and Matthias Calermo. So Matthias Calermo came in like a couple of games in to our little cup tournament thing, and he instantly made our defense better. We've given him a contract extension already for another 2 years. You could tell he was just instantly a massive step up on what we already had. You can tell from his attributes he is decent for the level we're at, but just his performance was so commanding. We then brought in our first signing. That was Carlos Eduardo, who years ago used to play for Hoffenheim, played for Rubin Kazan. Used to be a bit of a FIFA sort of baller from what I remember. One of those sort of 82, 83 rated players, never elite, but everyone just had him because he just used to ball out all the time. I think he had like 5-star skill moves or something. So in our first couple of games, our keepers weren't exactly covering themselves in glory. So we signed a new keeper, an Esteve, who's been pretty decent until recently when he's just broken his arm during a match. And we will touch on that game very soon because it was a bit of a problem for a variety of reasons. And then this guy, he was already joining Bjarmimar Eriksson. He's really young, but he's actually going to UMF Tindastal in July. Well, yeah, this month. I'm not sure if that's on loan or not. Actually, it'd probably be a full permanent transfer. But you see, this guy also, I thought was leaving us because he was like, we're using the real world, so he was a planned transfer. But it turns out he was just going out on loan, but it doesn't seem to give you that information. This guy, Valdemar Daddy Saverson, he was already coming in. We've not used him. He's reasonably good, but we don't need him, so he's not happy, and he's probably going to leave because he's not getting game time. This guy is someone who was already joining. We had no say over that one. Now we move on to someone we did bring in. We're currently running like a 2 number 6 as like a double pivot. So we signed Toby King on a free to basically act as the deep line playmaker, and he's doing all right. He's kind of been shunted out in the last couple of games for Mark Rochester, who joined. He was already a signing already done before we came in. He joined quite late, and he's more naturally a number 10 or a number 8, but we've been playing him mainly as a deep line playmaker because Carlos Eduardo is playing in that number 10 slot. And then Bjorn Isveld is someone who's already joining, as was Hjortegay Hemerson. In fact, I think this is the guy who signed, and then we instantly released him on a free transfer because he was terrible and we didn't need him. So that wasn't already, again, that was like a pre-planned transfer. And now we move on to a guy we've signed purely for one reason and one reason alone, and that is for set pieces. 6'7", Abdul Bar with 18 jumping reach and 15 heading. He's already got 3 goals from corners. He's a decent defender. I wouldn't necessarily say he's streets ahead of some of the defenders we already had, but the threat that he provides both in our box and in the opposition box and defensively in our box is huge. And then this is another guy we signed. So basically, we had a few players come to us saying, we are not happy. There's not enough depth at DM. This guy came up and we offered him a trial, and he looked decent enough. And we thought he's probably going to tick the box of appeasing people for improving depth. And he's been pretty good. He has got a red card, and that is in that game that we were just talking about. But he wasn't the reason really why that game went to pot. And you know what? We might as well touch on that now. So the game that in question was this 5-1 loss to Selfos. So they went 1-0 up through, I would say, a soft penalty, personally. But the match engine maybe not doing it justice. They then made it 2-0. And then Esteve got injured. So up until about 2 weeks before this game, we'd always had a keeper on our bench because we've seen all the Twitter accounts, or X, whatever you want to call it, everyone going on about keepers getting injured. But up until this point, we'd never had need for a keeper. So, and I ended up putting an outfield player in the keeper's spot because I wanted to have that option. He gets injured, he breaks his arm, so he's out for a while. Breaks his arm. We ended up putting Herman Helgi Runarsson as centre half in goal. He let in this goal and this goal, which really a proper keeper would have saved, and the other one was a penalty again, which I feel was soft. As I said, AKUREYRI got sent off. Brynjolfsson's finally pulled one back in the 90th minute, but if you look at our XG of 2, theirs was 2.77. When you think that 0.78 of that is one penalty, so our XG actually for the chances we created was pretty good, 0.5 from every shot on target, and yeah, it showed like Brynjolfsson could have probably had a hat trick really. It just took him a while to actually put one away. But then otherwise, so if we go back to our very first game, so our first game was against Strita Reykjavik, a team in our division. We beat them 5-3. We were behind 3 times and we still managed to win. So I was thinking, well, this is promising, good start, exciting. We then played a team in the first division. Actually was 1-0 and then quickly went to 3-1. Leiknir Reykjavik, they look like they're going to go straight back up. They've just been relegated from the top flight and they are currently about 5 points ahead of us, I think, in first place because we're currently sat in second. So, you know, fair enough that they're a good team. We did lose to them here as well, 2-0. Besmanea, they are recently been promoted, I think, but they are in the top flight. So they've just come up from our division. They beat us 2-1. And then we beat another team, but from the top flight, comfortably 2-0. So these 2 games, we were using the wing play tactic that we'd originally talked about. And then we switched once Carlos Alvarado joined. We've been playing a 4-2-3-1. A very possession-based tactic, which I didn't think we'd be running this early on, but it is working so far, so good. Had a few friendlies. We had a little friendly tournament against a couple of teams from America and another Icelandic team. A French team, I think it was, and then maybe it wasn't a French team, and maybe it was an Icelandic team. I can't remember. The big one, though, for me, was the 2-2 draw against a pretty strong Blackburn team. Bradley Dack, Tyrese Dolan, Alfie Wharton were all playing. To get 2-2, I thought was really good. And then we lost in the other cup against Ungmennafélag Fjölnir, who we then actually got some revenge on in the league. And yeah, so I actually recorded the episode for these 2 games, Njarðvík and Þrøtur Reykjavik. We were 2-0 up against Njarðvík, drew 2-2. And then we were 2-1 up against Þrøtur. They made it 2-1. I was thinking, not again. And thankfully, we managed to make it 3-1. This game was slightly marred by the fact that Ingemar Arne Christensen picked up a broken ankle. So he's out for about 6-8 months. We paid for him to go to a specialist, even though it's about 7,500. We don't really have that money. But basically him, Bjarni, and I'm just doing it this way because it's easier, and Magnusson, I feel, the 18, 19, and I feel like these are players that we could definitely potentially look to develop and sell for a decent bit of money in the future, potentially get around about 100 to 150k for all 3 if we can, and that would be really, really good for the club. So we've taken the hit and we're sending him to the specialist to try and get him come back as quickly as possible and as fit, as ready as possible to sort of try and preserve that value if he can sort of hit the ground running when he comes back as best as we can, really. So yeah, this is the tactic that we're running. As you can see, like I said, it's quite short passing, fairly narrow. Nothing too fancy in terms of instructions, but it's a bit more possession heavy. And like I said, it does seem to be doing the job so far. So yeah, as I said, we are currently sat in second, and our Aron Ingi Magnusson is leading the way with the assists, which is lovely to see. I wasn't expecting this at all for us to be second at this stage of the season. We are just over a third of the way through. Our media prediction was 9th. But it was when we played that first game against Grindavik away and we beat them 4-0. I thought maybe we could do something here. And one of them. I don't want to get ahead of myself and think that we could still get promoted. It's top 2 go up, but now that we're kind of in this position, I am very much like, I want to try and make this happen. And I'm going to be a little bit disappointed if we miss out. I'm putting a little bit of pressure on myself. I'm setting myself up for disappointment, I know, but why not? We've started well enough. So the issue that I've noticed, though, by the way, is if we say, look at Brady Bleak, who are currently bottom, but actually they are going to be playing Conference League football next season. I think, if I remember rightly, these actually had Champions League football. Yeah, so they were knocked out by Budućnost from, where are they from? Montenegro. Okay, so that must mean they get a win, because when I looked last time, they already played a game. Yeah, they were in the first preliminary round, and they obviously got through there. They're semi-pro. The team who are top first, they're semi-pro. If we even look at like Valur Reykjavik, semi-pro. So there's not a single professional club in Iceland. So when it comes to, we go down here, 47th place. When it comes to trying to bring this up, we're going to need every club to eventually go pro. And that is going to be tricky, I would say. Very, very tricky to achieve. Doesn't mean that I'm shying away from it. I just know to try and change the culture and the state in the division where every club eventually goes professional is going to be a challenge, which I'm so here for. But yeah, it's going to be tough, but we got to do it. It's going to be a grind. That's part of the reason why, like I said, I'm not going to set any deadlines on when to do episodes and things like that, because this is probably going to be quite a long save. It might be like a 30-40 season save, for example. And I'm going to want to try and get through it as quickly. Not get through it as quickly as possible, but I'm aware that, we've got 12 months until FM25 comes out. 25 is going to be massively different, as everyone knows. They're completely overhauling everything. So it might be that for the first 5-6 seasons, it's maybe like an episode or 2 a season, as I just try and get through it as quickly as I can. And it might be that then once we sort of get into the top flight and we're potentially winning titles and gradually managing to grow the rep of the league, sign some really good players, that's when we start, really bringing it back more frequently. Hope that's okay with everyone. So for the first of today's 2 games, we're going to be without Christensen, who obviously we knew that was going to happen. Now, Malmquist, where he is wanting more game time, which is fine. So that works out okay for us, because it means we just play him, and he is going to slot in there. Kudry has just picked up an injury, and as I said, we're going to play Rochester for Toby King, just because Rochester's been after more game time as well, and he's been doing all right in that role in the last couple of games. Who else? He's not quite fit yet. So Aaron Berkey, Stephenson comes in goal, so he's been filling in quite nicely for Esteve since he's been injured. I think I'm kind of happy with this for now. Yeah, I think we're happy with that. So we can get a win here against the Akranes. It'd be amazing. Like I said, they're third. So, and we're a point ahead. So if we can beat them, 4 points clear of third place, sitting in second, that'd be immense. And yeah, like I said, better than I thought. But obviously, let's not get ahead of ourselves yet. There's a lot of football to be played in this match. And I really like these free kicks from there, because that always happens. Oh, wait. Thank you. Come on, Carlos. When that... Don't put your hand up to play him offside. Thank you. You've got to be kidding me. Well, that looked like a proper scramble, didn't it? A proper, like, lower league goal, like, error after error. He puts his hand up playing for offside. No, never. Cross comes in. He kicks it, bounces off the back of... So Palermo kicks it, hits the back of bar, and Smarrison just is like, sound, I love that. Great. Brilliant start. He's being closed down, but we're going to tightly mark him. I don't always do this, because I don't know, with at this level, because I don't trust the players to be able to actually follow them as well. And that will see us drop down into third. Not good, not good. Yes, Willem Beering. Bjorfsen to Malmquist. Oh, lovely touch. That was a nice touch past his first man, but then they recovered pretty well, to be fair to them. Malmquist crosses it in. Magnussen. It's being given as a Malmquist assist. Eduardo doing a little Irish jig. How cultural for him. Brazilian in Iceland doing an Irish jig, fair enough. I think basically Malmquist crosses the ball in and it looks like it bounces off Magnussen's head, the back of his head, and drops really nicely for Eduardo, who makes no mistake, and it's 1-1. Two lovely, strange goals. Malmquist got a bruised shin. I really don't care. He just skims the top of the bar. And we win that. Jonsson. So we started Beering at left back, and then we moved Jonsson into left back out of DM. So he was playing as the ball winner, defensive midfielder. We moved him into left back, where he seems a little bit more natural, because Kudry is that's poor from Rochester. Kudry's a better, more natural, defensive mid, and Jonsson is a better left back than Beering. So it just sort of freed that up. Obviously, with Kudry being out, we're having to sort of rotate around a little bit. We did do this when he was suspended, and it seemed to work okay. Okay, Rochester, we'll take that. Poor clearance, though. Good tackle. Win that. He wins it. Nice. That's fine. That's fine. Well shielded. We'll take that. Yes, well then, Stephenson. They're getting a lot of joy down the wings. I don't know whether to trap them inside and see if it stops. I sometimes worry about playing such a slightly wider defensive line that they can just cut through the middle of you, but we'll see how it goes. Nice. Brynjolfsson, you shouldn't be shooting there, mate. Decision making poor. Ah, he wins. That's not a penalty. How is that a penalty? That was never a pen. Listen, Malmquist, you wanted to play and now you're moaning because your shin's bruised. Get on with it. You can't say, I want more game time, and then, oh, I've got a bruised shin, take me off. Nah, not how it works, sunshine. This is probably going to go in, isn't it? You can see that. Oh. Interestingly worked corner. Free kick, sorry. What needs to change? What needs to change? We're going to have to take him off, aren't we? What a waster. Rochester is having a poor game, so King's coming in. Oof, close. Oh, we need to do better than this. What can we do to change this, eh? Go a bit wider? Slightly more direct? Push the line up a little bit more? Come on. Need to create something. We've got a corner. Oh, nearly. Press that. Press that. Yeah, that's Beerings. He's done that really well today, to be fair to him. Martinson's sold himself there, though. Come on, lads. Come on. Poor. Lucky. Very lucky. Very, very lucky. Brynjolfsson's doing naff all, so we'll bring on Torkelson. Yes, good. Yes, come on. Beering. Jönsson. Come on, lads. Man, you should have sent that. Gerson into Torkelson. Magnusson. Now he can drive at his man really quite nicely. He crosses it in, and it's a goal. It's an own goal. It's an own goal from Aaron Jönsson for Akranes. And that all came from Magnusson. As I said, he can drive at his man. And he committed the left back, drove past him, and whips a wicked ball in. Which, let's face it, if Jönsson hadn't got to it, one of ours probably would have done. So let's see now. Can we get a win? Can we turn this around and get the win? Be late if we do. It's a good cross and no one was there to get to it. Yes, King. Beering. Gerson gets that. Plays it to Bar. Jönsson. Bar. Beering. Gerson. Why? Sloppy. Well in, King. Torkelson. Plays it round the corner to Eduardo. He hasn't got the pace though, but can he use his trickery? Toby King, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Let's just go long. Go long. Don't get me wrong, I'll take 2-2, but if we can get a win, amazing. Magnusson. Come on. Goal now wins it. Corner. It's a corner. Can we find Abdul Bar? He's there at the near post. This is where it's going to be going. Why are you taking forever? Cross the ball before the referee blows his whistle. You waiting for us? They were making a sub. Is that what we were waiting for? Crosses it. Terrible. Terrible. Full time. After 10 games, that leaves us still sat in second. Even if Selfos win their game in hand, they're still not going to catch us. So we've got one more game to play for today's episode, and that's against AJ in 10th. So be looking to win that. So we did just sell Birgit O'Mahvinson for just over 2,500. He'd hardly kicked the ball for us at all. He was just taking up wages, and he's gone to Sweden where he's making more money. He's obviously now worth more, but he wasn't worth anything to us. And it's put a little bit of money back into the transfer budget. Not really helped the wage budget, but also not helping the wage budget as signing Danilo or offering a contract to Danilo Acosta, 350k a week. But I really want to get this push on for promotion, and I think he instantly improves our left back situation. And in terms of pushing on for promotion, we have just had, I'm going about this completely the faffy way, Akranis have just drawn against Ruta Reykjavik. So even though they're above us now, we've got this game in hand against Aegir, and if we can win that, we'll go 3 points clear. Now, AKUREYRI isn't quite fully fit yet, so we're going to stick with Jonsson as the DM and Beering at that left back slot. And then we're going to otherwise leave it as it is. Daddy Malcolmus is going to come in, and we're going to go with King over Rochester today because Rochester was a bit poor in that last game. Who does he come in for, though? Just so we've got him on the bench. Maybe through Vidarson and go with that and see. Now, Aegir are obviously really struggling so far this season. They're down in 10th, just above the relegation zone. So really, we should be looking to win this to sort of set down a marker and, really sort of show what we're all about, get the win, and get back into that automatic promotion spot. And we're not going to do it when people are giving the ball away like that, are we? Let's be honest. Thankfully, it came to nothing. We'll put a little bit of marking on some of these guys. And we'll put, maybe, what's this guy's first touch like? Awful. Press his first touch. What about this guy? Better. Still terrible. Better. So we're going to press Sigurdsson as well because his first touch is shocking. And we'll also put our line up a little bit. Stop. And we'll just press. See if we can press them into a mistake. Well, this is uneventful so far, isn't it? Ah, come on, Carlos. Ping it in. Hits the clips the wall, goes over. Okay. Set piece chance now. Play it to Abdul Bar. You know he's going to win it. Not if you don't aim it at him, though. In front of the home crowd today, what can we do? Now, I hate these usually for me because I always find it's very difficult to retain the ball from them, seemingly. And yeah, we've won the ball back. So, Beering, driving. Oh, what a ball from Malmqvist. Oh, what a goal. What a goal. Beering with the driving run. Driving run. And a lovely pass into Malmqvist. And what a finish. Does he lob this, or does he just sort of... It is kind of like a lob, isn't it? He kind of like dips it over him like Di Maria did against Leicester when he played for United. What a goal. Great start now. I say great start, it was after half an hour. But time to sort of push on. Why would you play that pass when you could have played it to Toby King? He wins it back, though. Nah. I wouldn't mind, but I don't even... Yeah, our defensive line is standard. It's not even that high. He's just quicker, isn't he? Just quicker than Bar. Feck's sake. Shocking. What is this? Right. We can stop that beration. Beration? Is that a word? Stop the berating anyway. Thank God. Eduardo with the... Not an ideal pass to Magnussen. Didn't really make it easy for him. But give and go is lovely. He drops his marker, plays it in, and King glances it in past the keeper. And it's 2-2. Bloody hell, another 2-2. Nice. Not so nice. Yeah, win that. That's ours. We'll take it. Really should be winning this. Really should be winning this game. Palermo. Martinson plays it forward to Magnussen. He's offside. I think he was offside. Yeah. I was just waiting for it to come up. He does get caught out a lot, that guy, Brynjolfsson. Oh, it's close. It's close, actually. Bit of belief, better team. Debatable, but we'll run with it. Win that. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you pick it up, man? Conspiring against us today, innit? What an absolute idiot. You clown. Oh, for God's sake! And Bar standing there like a statue. I do the mannequin challenge. Oh, for God's sake! Like, completely imploded in the last 2 minutes with 2 stupid mistakes. Absolute idiots. Just keep the fucking ball. This is why I signed a new keeper, Stephenson, because you suck. Thankfully, he'll be back soon. He'll be straight back in the team. Why are you shooting there? Like, realistically, what are your chances of scoring? Slim. Very slim. Oh. He's offside again, right? He's absolute liability, that guy. Needs to work on watching his offsides. Torkelson scores. Thank you. 4-3. And it all comes from, what's his name again? Magnussen. I don't really want to take. We'll bring on Kudry. He's not quite ready, but he'll instantly improve us. Yes! Ball! That's a brilliant ball from Rochester. And Malmquist with his second of the game. Tell you what, maybe he should have been starting a bit before now. Who knows, might be even better. But what, in 2 games, he's got an assist and 2 goals. Encourage, just to keep it going. I was going to praise the comeback, but I don't want them to switch off. Come on. Let's keep it going now. Get a 5th. Come on. Come on, Mark. Yes, Galamo! He gets it. Get in. Bloody hell, what game? Rochester with the free kick. Did it hit the keeper? Just palms it away and he gives it straight to Calermo. It wasn't going to miss from there. Even if he is a centre. Oh, typical. So what we'll do is... Have I made... I made them we sub something. Do that. Try and hold on. Ooh. He was offside though. Why? What? I thought I put that to balanced. Dear God. Yes, Abdul. Get that. Yes, and that should be the game. That should be the game. Come on, ref. Come on, ref. Blow your whistle, man. Blow your whistle. God. Thank God. What an absolute... What a game. This guy really needs to get a grip. I want to start more games, but I've got a bruised shin and I want to come off. And now I've got a bruised knee and you've had to take me off. Seriously. So we are almost at the half... No, we are at the halfway point of the season, actually, aren't we? Yeah, halfway point of the season and we're sat in second. So we've got, what, another 11 games to go. And, oh, I know I said I wasn't going to sort of particularly plan when to come back, but I'll obviously bring it back towards the end of the season to see if we can get promotion. So, I mean, I guess I propose that we, potentially bring it back for the same games again. Obviously, like I said, initially the original episode plan was for Njardvik and through to Reykjavik. Debatable that this has actually been a better episode with that 5-4. So I guess we potentially bring it back to see if we can get revenge over Akranas. and A gear maybe for the air gear game as well. Obviously, unless we've got chance to get promoted before then we'll bring it back before then. But otherwise, I will see you towards the end of the season. Let's see if we can do it, everyone. If you have enjoyed the episode, take care. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye for now.